Today we'll be taking a look at this National Geographic Magazine from the year 1932. Normally I would just show this off in front of the camera like here, but I figured for something like this, it's pretty dense. Makes more sense for us to take this over to the black table. So, just a moment. That's much better. So yes, we'll be taking a look at a National Geographic magazine from April 1932. The 61st edition, if my Roman numerals are correct, and the number 4 because, of course, April. So, $3.50 a year would get you 12 of these, or 50 cents for the copy. Let's turn it over and look at the happy advertisements. Oh, look, Daddy. The only pipe smoker who does not like it is the one who never tried it. Granger rough-cut pipe tobacco. Packed in a handy pocket pouch of heavy foil, keeps the tobacco better and makes the price lower, hence 10 cents. I appreciate the little rhyme there at the end. So opening up to the first page, we see an advertisement for film. On vacation, this Filmo tumbled down a mountainside, but it came up unharmed. So use Filmo if you're going on vacation, friends. I'm sure that their cameras are still the best, if they even exist anymore. Never before could you visit the San Francisco vacation land at such little cost. Put yourself in this vacation scene. Lovely, lovely, I'm sure. Yes, trips to San Francisco. How fun. Alaska. A place that few have ever gone, and many probably won't. Alaska Steamship Company, Alaska Railroad, North Pacific Railway. Cruises to Alaska are very inexpensive. May we tell you about them? That's so polite. You gotta enjoy the charm of these old publications. Level riding Chris-Craft. Chris-Craft. That's probably the name of some sort of Minecraft YouTuber nowadays. And if it's not, well, it really should be. Are you this kind of man? That's a fisherman. I believe he's holding a fishing rod there. If so, if you are, you gotta use Proback blades. The blade for men that are men. The blade for men that are men. That's, wow. Very insightful. And then speaking of men, Barbasol. For your shaving needs. This spring, shave without lather. Barbasol? I never know how to say that. Barbasol, a cream, keeps the face soft, smooth, pliable. Prevents dry, harsh, weather-roughened skin, chapping, and windburn. Wow. Vintage, in the tube, in the box, Barbasol. Every 8,000 miles, replace the sludge-filled cartridge with a fresh one. Avoid costly engine repairs. So engine repairs, Glacier Park, Yellowstone, and Colorado for only $4.75 more when you book with Burlington Route. Majestic. I have been to Glacier Park and Yellowstone. Definitely recommend. They probably look just about the same as they did back in these days, assuming climate and environmental policies have held sway. And Colorado, never been there, but it's on my list, I suppose. America's vacation headquarters this summer. The Olympic Games in Southern California. So there was an Olympic Games. New 64-page vacation book, Olympic Games information. Free! My leg. Do you have lame muscles? Relieve the soreness with Sloan's Liniment? Liniment. I have never heard that word used before. Liniment. California or New York, first class, $200. Visit all these places. See Uncle Sam's 7 Wonders of Colorado. Basically a lot of travel advertisements, and for some reason one for liniment. There's just a lot of advertisements here in the front, which of course are always fun, but, being National Geographic, it is of course going to be a lot of advertisements based on, well, photography, of course, and, of course, We have travel as well, of course. And, of course, a horse. A horse is, of course, a horse, of course. Prestige. What is this? Ah, chocolate. Whitman's chocolate. They're still around, I think, at least here in the United States. And now we have actual information from the National Geographic Magazine out in San Francisco. Flying in the northwest, 21,000 feet above the Pacific, San Francisco is graphically revealed. Well, it is revealed graphically. That's quite the shot, I suppose. I couldn't tell you how different this looks from modern San Francisco. I guess is probably pretty substantially different if you're familiar with the territory and all that. The San Francisco skyline. And, some people walking around. Pagoda roofs and street lamps in Chinatown impart a suggestion of city life in ancient Cathay. Well, maybe an Americanized version of traveling to foreign lands. Steam engine. A wood-burning pioneer locomotive on the first transcontinental line. Old cars and lots of old cars. This is a panorama of Ocean Beach, with its amusement resorts and a bit of Golden Gate Park. Wow. Simple and still sort of impressive for the time, I'd say. I also should mention, I just sort of happened to find this in a bookstore. It wasn't even really a bookstore, it was more just a thrift everything sort of store. And it was only like 50 cents, and I figured it's old as old can be. It's one of the oldest things I've ever found. It's in excellent shape, and I just couldn't pass it up. New skyscrapers in the financial district with San Francisco Bay in the background. Well, that one seems sort of self-explanatory. Fleets of deep-sea fishing boats berthed side by side in the basins at Fisherman's Wharf. So yes, it's a great look at San Francisco. Here we have a man getting a tattoo, I think. Waterfront tattoo artist busy on a customer in his studio. It's a great look at San Francisco life, San Franciscan life from the Times. In the interest of saving time, I don't want to look at everything, but of course we can't leave out Alcatraz. That's definitely there still to this day. Now here we have color photographs from the time. This is a photo of a Polish village. Let's see, does it say? Love of the land is deeply embedded in every Polish heart. Well, let's just say it's Poland. That's all of Poland right there. And here are all the people of Poland, presumably. It's a lady carrying some milk. Water. I should have known. There's a Polish family. I assume they are all a family unit. A family quartet, in fact. Oh, that's a little elephant. Taken from the sky, I'd say. His dignity ruffled, a lone bull elephant makes for the forest. Probably escaping poachers. Which I would say was probably pretty non-regulated in this time. So, suffice it to say, I think we're in Africa now. Spanish soldiers lend a willing hand in dragging the author's machine out of desert sands. So, I suppose one of these fellas is the author, maybe? Unless the author's taking the picture. Look at that plane there. Now, National Geographic Magazine is still published to this day. I actually have some other copies, one of them from my birth month, that I just happened to find. And they are quite the interesting thing indeed. I mean, to think that there were 61 editions before this one was printed. So it's been going for quite a long time. I imagine those older ones are probably pretty valuable. This one, I don't think so. Or at least, not that I've cared to look. But, yeah, they're interesting looks at history, and some would say the best as far as documenting different peoples and different places over the course of time. Something like this, from a historical standpoint, is sort of invaluable. Just to see how people were living their daily lives. And when this photographer just happened to come across them. Anyway, that's enough rambling. Back to advertisements. Look inside the engine. That's where Ethel proves its value. Ethel. I was thinking it was just some older lady who proves her value inside the engine, but no, it's some sort of gasoline. Ethel gasoline. They probably were purchased by one of the ones that we have today. The most nearly limitless service the world affords. AT&T, the American Telephone and Telegraph Company. In case you didn't know what that stood for. They, of course, still around. There's the coast of France, said somebody in this picture. French line. Paris, crossroads of romance. Captured the living glamour of famous places with Cine Kodak. I was about to call that Shea Kodak. Cine Kodak. Simplest of home movie cameras. He seems to be quite the happy man with his Kodak camera. I love how, so it's just more advertisements for traveling, tourism. Anything else on the back? Oh. They have a couple of these multiple on-a-page ads. The cheap ones, some would say. Enjoy sport in Minnesota's sportland of 10,000 lakes. The fish are here, swimming everywhere. A thrilling sport. Here's something I'm interested in. Identify it, name it, enjoy it. Nature's code books. Nature copiously illustrated. From the National Geographic Society. I don't know if I've come across any of those books out and about. Maybe. They don't look too stand out to me as far as binding goes, and that's usually the first thing that draws me into a book. An electric light. Without any muss or fuss. Ever ready, wireless electric light. Wireless? Goodness me. Don't tear up the floors, break the plaster, or touch a single wire. We got puppies. Childhood's best companions. Profusely illustrated. Profusely illustrated. The Book of Dogs. I want that. I want that so bad. Especially if it's profusely illustrated. And The Family's Protecting Arm. Keep your life insurance in force. A happy, typical family of the day, I'd say. At least as far as media is concerned. The Prudential Insurance Company of America. They, I believe, are still around as well, so kudos to them for standing the test of time. If you love birds, you're going to need this birdhouse here. Here's one that I know everybody loves to see. A single standard of excellence. It is an advertisement for a Lincoln. The Lincoln 8 is priced from $2,900 at Detroit. Back when they produced things other than violence and drugs and gangs. I'd drive it. Well, that's it, friends. Thank you for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed, as I said. Feel free to leave a like if you did enjoy this, or a dislike if you didn't. And if you are more interested in seeing the other books in my collection, give us a subscription. Give us an old subscription here. I'm still caught up in the 1930s talk. Forgive me. Feel free to subscribe and follow us at We Read Books on Instagram, wereedbooks.com, as you see right here. Do you like that? I put that in myself. And I suppose I will see you around the next time we read something together. Farewell, friends.